As you well know, Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency markets have been raging in 2024. Bitcoin got above $100,000. Crypto's total market cap hit an all-time high of $3.6 trillion, maybe higher by the time you're watching this video. Altcoins have been going nuts. It's all pretty exciting, to be honest. However, amidst the madness, it's important to periodically step back and ask, what are the major catalysts that are actually driving these markets higher? Now, the biggest, of course, is nascent state adoption. So countries buying crypto, that big narrative. I dropped an in-depth analysis on this 2 weeks ago, so check out the video if you haven't seen it yet. We also, of course, have the ETF buyers, Wall Street showing up in record numbers, $35 billion already this year, inflows. But on the tab for today is one of the other major tailwinds just quietly chugging along in the background and has extreme implications. And that's the global adoption of Bitcoin by publicly traded companies. And what you're thinking, but Lark, didn't Microsoft just reject Bitcoin? Yeah, they did. And they're gonna end up paying for it big time. And Microsoft has been behind the times on basically everything from mobile phones to social media. And that's because while we're all focused on Microsoft, or conversely what MicroStrategy is doing, we've got a ton of other companies that are out there stacking coins in the shadows. The big names catch the headlines, but the little guys are having a big impact right now. And nobody is paying attention, man. So in today's video, we are going to pay attention, give you the information that you need to know to understand one of the most important trades of all time, which is Bitcoin, by getting an update on all these publicly traded companies that have adopted Bitcoin within the past year. And we're also going to discuss some confirmed and potential newcomers too, including some of the biggest names. We don't need Microsoft, okay? Bitcoin doesn't need Microsoft. Microsoft actually needs Bitcoin, and they'll figure it out way too late. Okay, first off, just look at how long the list of public companies with Bitcoin has become. Currently, we have 65 companies across the globe that are stacking Bitcoin, including massive names like Tesla. Now, I was curious as to just how this compared to only 1 year ago. So I jumped on Web Archive, went back to December 2023. Guess what? Back then, there were just 40 companies that held Bitcoin. So in just 1 year's time, we've seen a 65% increase in the number of companies holding Bitcoin as a reserve asset. Guys, look, this is what the beginning stages of mass corporate adoption looks like, okay? Doesn't all happen overnight. People overestimate what's gonna happen in a year and underestimate the impact of something over 5 years. Okay? Look, we're not going to go into detail on every public company that's jumped into Bitcoin over the past 12 months. However, let's focus on a few of the newcomers that have made some of the largest allocations into Bitcoin. First up is Booyah! Booyah! Interactive. That's a name for a company, man. Booyah! Interactive International. Now, Booyah! We're going to say it like that every time. It's a mainland Chinese company that develops online card and board games, and it trades on Hong Kong's stock exchange with a market cap of about $500 million. Booyah! Currently owns around 3,183 coins. That means that the current price is 60% of Booyah's total market cap is now held in Bitcoin. Look, now these guys first bought Bitcoin in January 24, and they purchased actually 1,100 coins back then. He then again bought in November 29th, purchased another 2,100 coins. And look at how the stock price has changed since they first got allocated. Dare I say it? Booyah. Good job, guys. Second, Semler Scientific, based in California. Semler provides technology solutions to healthcare providers with a market cap of, again, around $500 million, and it currently trades on the NASDAQ. Semler owns 1,873 coins, which is 35% of their market cap right now, by the way. It's crazy, man. What's interesting about Semler is that the CEO, Eric Semler, good name for a company, dog, has been thoroughly orange-pilled. He's been mainline and Michael Saylor podcasts, apparently. Anyway, the guy has gone full-blown Giga Chad with his corporate strategy and is even mimicking Saylor himself with his purchase updates. Semler first bought back in May, and they followed it up with 8 additional purchases. Their most recent buy was actually just on December 5th. They're stacking, man. They're stacking. They bought over 303 coins. Awesome. Now, before we get into the next company, as well as the big rumored companies that could be coming, quick word from today's sponsor. Are you a gamer or developer looking for the next big thing? Then check out today's sponsor, Altura, the perfect mashup of blockchain and AI. Altura empowers developers with easy-to-use tools, and this awesome crypto gaming platform has built the world's first AI toolkit for GameFi developers, taking a step forward to be the market leader in Web3 AI-enhanced games, bridging the gap between gaming in the artificial intelligence world. It has an AI generation tool wherein developers and gamers can design assets with just one click. It also has a groundbreaking NPC engine that brings non-playable characters to life by giving developers the power to craft NPCs that actually think. And the NPC Engine Plus also gives them memories, which allows for even more unique relationship building with those NPCs. Say goodbye to the boring canned responses and robotic NPCs that we've literally made memes about. All of this can be played in a game world that is easily designed and easily modified using Altura's game engine. And there is more. Altura's Play Wallet is your all-in-one gaming wallet. It integrates effortlessly right across Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and mobile, allowing you to manage your assets on the fly without ever hitting pause. How convenient is that? Aside from the tech, Altura also ticks a lot of other big boxes for crypto enthusiasts. The ALU token has a strong community ownership, no whales, no VCs controlling supply. It has even collaborated with top gaming industry players like Unity, Immutable X, and over 250 Web3 games. Learn more about the future of blockchain right now. Click on the link down below, and thank you for supporting our sponsors. Next up is Exodus Movement, based in Omaha, trading on the New York Stock Exchange with about a $750 million market cap. Exodus makes and manages self-custodial hot wallets and regular cryptocurrency infrastructure products, okay? And just a quick shout out to Exodus because they make a great hot wallet. Used to use them all the time back in the day. I don't really use hot wallets so much these days anymore, but anyway, other conversation. Anyway, Exodus has a total of 1,800 coins. Their first purchase was in December 2023, and they followed up with a second purchase 3 months ago. Their total Bitcoin holdings, they make up 23% of their market cap. Let's go across the world now to Singapore. We've got Bitfufu. Bitfufu, which is the company names, man, I tell you, which is a Bitcoin mining and cloud service provider. Bitfufu also has a pretty tight partnership with Chinese-based miner Bitmain, which is one of the biggest producers of mining hardware in the world. Bitfufu has about a $900 million market cap and trades on the NASDAQ. The company disclosed on December 5th that they hold 1,664 Bitcoin, which were acquired from their mining operations. Now, quite a few of the Bitcoin miners do hold Bitcoin on their balance sheets. It's not super surprising, to be honest. Next up, we have Metaplanet, the Japanese-based company that's traded on the Tokyo Stock Exchange with a market cap of around $750 million. Metaplanet traditionally had a diverse business model in finance, trading, and in real estate. But as of this year, the company has pivoted to being the MicroStrategy of Japan. You see, Metaplanet are riding the Bitcoin train, man. Again, they watched one too many Michael Saylor podcasts, man. They just orange pilled and they're like, we got to buy all the Bitcoins, man. They purchased their first stack back in April, and their most recent purchase on November 19th. They currently hold 1,142 coins. Over in Thailand, we have Jasmine International, which is traded on the Thailand Stock Exchange. Now, Jasmine has about a $500 million market cap, and this company has made some nice strategic investments in other technology-focused companies. But Jasmine, of course, they're buying Bitcoin. They're a tech company. They like tech stuff. On September 30th, they announced that they bought 333 Bitcoin, what appears to be a self-mining operation, actually. So it might have actually been bought, but just mined by themselves, which is also pretty cool, but they're holding on to it. And hey, shout out to everybody in Thailand. Love Thailand, man. What a great country. Finally, we got Remix Point. This is another Japanese company with a diversified business structure across multiple industries, right? And they're buying Bitcoin. Now, only a $300 million market cap this time. Remix bought its first 64 coins back in September. And you might think, oh, only 64 Bitcoin, Lark. That's not a lot of coins. Look at MicroStrategy. I know, but it all adds up. If every company in the world wants to buy 60 Bitcoin, there's not even close to enough. Anyway, these guys recently bought some more. They're now up to 282 coins, by the way. Welcome to the party, Remix. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. But here's a rapid fire list of other public companies that are new to Bitcoin as of the past year. In Canada, we have DeFi Technologies, which is a crypto company. We have WonderFi, the Sato Group, Control Technologies, Name Silo Technologies, and Bitcoin Well. Now, from the USA, there's TerraWolf and OneMed Corporation from Singapore. There is the Genius Group and BitDeer Technologies Group, which is a mining company, by the way. We have Linekong Interactive from China. We have the Blockchain Group from France. We have Venans from the UK and more. Okay, all right, so that's covers most of the people anyway. Okay, so look, we've discussed all the public companies that bought Bitcoin in the last year, or new arrivals, I guess, but are there any confirmed newcomers that haven't yet pulled the trigger? And we know that companies that have previously been involved, like Marathon Digital, they've been buying more Bitcoin, pulling a sailor model, raising hundreds of millions of dollars. But I am happy to report that there's actually 2 new companies that could be getting into the fray. The first one is Damn Juicy. I'm talking about the major video hosting service and main YouTube competitor, which is Rumble. Now, guys, hold on to your butts for this one. So, on November 20th, the CEO, Chris Pavlovski, he started floating the idea on X as whether the company should add Bitcoin to its balance sheet, which, to be honest, it's a perfect fit for a company like Rumble, considering all the edgy shit that they allow posted over there. Anyway, Giga Chad Michael Saylor swooped in, said yes. One thing led to another, and whammy bammy. Rumble announced on November 26th they'll begin purchasing up to $20 million worth of Bitcoin. It's only around 200 Bitcoin at the current prices, but still, you know, not bad, not bad. Now, we don't have any word yet if they've really made any purchases, but it's coming. Now, when this news broke, I thought, okay, this has got to be one of the more consequential corporate adoption stories to hit this year. Nope, not so much because of Rumble's allocation, though, which is actually smaller when it comes to public companies. A lot of other public companies will have much more than that. But more because of the network effects that come with a massive video hosting company with its 67 million users adopting Bitcoin as a reserve asset. I just think there's all kinds of ways that this can just diffuse the idea out more and get Bitcoin just gets megaphoned out to even more people because of this. And wouldn't you know it, on December 6th, Pavlovski went on Fox News, said this.
This is a widely adopted currency, and contrasted to what your previous guest said, it is being used. It's being used multiple different ways. And one of the ways that I would like to see it being used is on Rumble, where creators can receive donations in BTC or Tether. They can receive donation or even get paid in BTC or Tether or US dollars, whatever they prefer. And that's kind of the way we're moving the company. And that's the future.
So the CEO of Rumble said the company is going to allow content creators to be paid in Bitcoin and let their users tip with it as well. 67 million people, just about to go orange-pilled, guys. Seriously, Rumble, seriously, guys, make no mistake. That's massive grassroots adoption. Massive grassroots adoption. Awesome. All right, the second newcomer here actually dropped this when I was putting this video together, and that is the big boy WorkSport. I know you thought I was going to say Amazon. We're going to talk about Amazon in a second. WorkSport, which is an American auto parts company that's traded on the NASDAQ. Now, WorkSport is actually planning to put an initial $5 million into both Bitcoin and, surprisingly, XRP. I mean, I guess why not? Sure, go for it. They have committed to using up to 10% of future excess cash proceeds to continue buying into these 2 cryptocurrencies. Rock and roll. Rock and roll, I dig it, man. All right, now let's finish up with one more potential adopter that we know about. And of course, I'm talking about Amazon, the big daddy, okay? After Microsoft went, no, we don't want to buy Bitcoin. Meh. Well, news dropped on December 9th that a group of shareholders led by the National Center for Public Policy proposed that the company consider converting 5% of its $500 billion in assets, or at least part of its $88 billion in cash, into Bitcoin. It's thought that the shareholders will vote on the issue in the spring. Now, it's hard to estimate the odds that Amazon might do this. Microsoft just shot it down, but Microsoft is, a Bill Gates company, so what do we really expect? But I do know that these guys are built a little bit different. I mean, this is Amazon, right? So, you've got that going for you. Okay, so look, I do think that having Trump in the White House with his push to make Bitcoin a U.S. strategic reserve, there is really an awakening to Bitcoin. There's actually an economic incentive for Amazon to do this. Okay? And if Amazon doesn't, then Meta's going to do it. If Meta doesn't do it, then Nvidia is going to do it. One of these mega tech companies is going to do it. It's only a question of when. More importantly for Amazon, the big incentive just might be the political one too. You see, there's a new report coming out that Trump sort of has this reputational investment that he's got right now in seeing Bitcoin's price go up. So if Amazon jumps on board, that boosts Bitcoin, which furthers Trump's goals. And Jeff Bezos is even, I think he gave $1 million the other day to Trump for something. That means that the president will have a more favorable view of Amazon, of course, which of course is good for the business. Everything just works. It all just works, man. You see how this is all going? And look, now maybe I'm giving it like a 20-30% chance that they're actually going to adopt Bitcoin. Maybe those chances increase closer to the time if we see more positive statements. But regardless, even if they don't, I do think we will continue to see a wave of new companies adopting Bitcoin in 2025. The real advantage here is to smaller companies that front run the big companies. because the big companies will come. The only question is, at what price will they buy Bitcoin? Because the Bitcoin train ain't going to be stopped, and anybody who doesn't get on board is simply going to be left behind. So plan accordingly. Thanks for watching.